summary? Or you typed
Yeah,
your small
that's,
list?
I had added a summary. Oh, it's, that shouldn't do it. It should be the sum. Try clicking duration. No. Try clicking duration. I think if you click the duration and then you delete it, it'll like re-add that.
Well, you were able to figure out how to get rid of the Saturdays, Sundays?
No, it wasn't. I was actually looking at that.
I keep messing around with like days, but...
Okay, how's everyone doing? Does everyone have some trips planned?
Oh yeah.
Where are we going?
Playing basketball with Obama.
DC, Colorado.
Where are you playing b-ball?
Yeah, we in DC though.
Okay.
And then I'm going to New York City.
He doesn't have to go far.
Yeah, but everybody's in New York.
Where else are we going?
That's where I'm from though.
Vegas.
Going to rock out with my,
Tangerine.
going to rock out with the band.
Israel.
I do stop in Cairo though.
Nothing else. Right. Big Bob veggies.
I'm going to Cairo as well.
Okay. So, I tried to create one of these that has some relationships with each other, so... my apologies, the weekend thing, there's a really easy way to change it. For some reason I was having some trouble finding it in there. So I haven't allocated weekend. So basically, I'm coming to Miami, I'm going to do some schoolwork, I'm going to go to South Beach for like an hour after this, and then I'm going to be on the plane home. And then after that I'm going to go to Austin, I'm going to look at the Capitol building. I'll visit some friends. I allocated that myself, so I'm gonna go to Las Vegas. We're going to Fremont Street. I'm gonna go to Grand Canyon. Try to create some relationships in here so that we're looking at similar stuff. Doing work the whole time, so real work I'm busy with most of the time that I'm on my trip. That's spanning the entire trip that I have here. Just to show some relationships, I'm going to South Beach after this. When I go to Austin, I am visiting friends. My friends are going to the Capitol building with me, so I did start on that because we're hanging out together. I connected these, but I connected them the opposite way. So when I go, even though Fremont Street is listed above, I'm going to view the Grand Canyon before. So I linked them before, and that's a finish to start. But there's somewhat of delay there, so I'm checking out Fremont Street, and then we'll head to the Grand Canyon, let's say. Directly from there. I've organized it into cities. I saw most of you have something that looks similar to this, but we all kind of on the same page. We'll get something down, kind of get a trip planned. I saw some of you went into the costing. That's good. How did that work out? I saw some of the issues. So let's cover some of the issues that we're having. We're allocating resources as human resources rather than materials or costs. Human resources are added as hours, so it'll bill it hourly, and the easiest way to do that, I'll do prorated, is when you see that on the right. So that's in this screen right here. Let's just add a resource. So the way that it accrues is typically a prorated, so you'll see the work. Let's do test 2. The way that materials do is it's a single unit cost, like I did the truck earlier. And then cost is a flat. Should be a flat ongoing cost.
Yeah, that is material earlier on.
Yeah, I was just saying to allocate as material just because it's much more similar. So, anyways, material, one-time cost, you guys are using it for tickets or a hotel or a taxi or something like that.
Not a cost of material.
Most of the material does a single unit allocation. So why don't we take a break, and if you guys, I don't know how you usually do it, but we got out of here a little earlier if we take a short break, which I would advise. Yeah, a lunch break, but I mean
30 minutes.
plus 30 minutes of
$250,000. Something's wrong.
You got issues.
We'll go over some more exciting stuff after lunch, I promise.
Something wrong with it.
Interesting.
No, I'm going to college.
If there's a, not Excel, if there's like something wrong with the particular cell.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. I didn't
But
know you were pointing.
in the little top left hand corner, it has a little green line to kind of dictate that something's going on with this particular cell. How do I see what that issue might be? Let me show you.
There's like an inspection.
Yeah, like where do I go for that?
There's an inspection window.
This cell right here,
Yeah, I see it.
like it has a little thing there. How do I figure out what's going on with that?
That's a good question.
It's kind of held on top of it, but let's see.
I thought if you hovered over it.
What it's trying to say is make sure you sort of save everything to like the cloud or to Dropbox or something like that. That way
Maybe. We'll see that. Alright. Well, it comes out right anyway. We'll put this thing to sleep.
Did it warm up?
You're going somewhere to get
No, I packed it. How about you?
Yeah, I know, me too. I
Yeah.
always like just pack snacks, cause
Yeah.
30 minutes, I know that it's not
Where are you gonna eat?
here.
Okay.
Cause I have to work on my family's reunion
Oh,
newsletter,
nice.
so I'm gonna do that really quickly.
Get outside for a minute.
But I left my keys in my bag, so yeah. It's going pretty good. We're learning how to use a particular software. What y'all doing?
That's what I mean, like he has somebody outside, and then cut them like the rest of the yeah.
I just quit,
Yeah, but so it's commission $50 a week or something. It's like, all right. I think it is.
You get the base pay and plus.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's weekends too.
Yeah.
That interferes with class.
No, but at the same time, I'll tell them I can't work.
No, that's like the busiest day of the week.
Yeah, yeah.
You know that.
I
We
told-
sacrifice.
No, well, my friend of mine, a car, he worked Monday through Friday.
Does
He
he?
take Friday, Saturdays off. He in grad school too.
Oh,
Well, he
okay.
go for Memorial though.
Okay. This is much. Is this a lease up? It's a new place.
Huh?
Is it a new building?
What?
Like a new community?
What?
What place? Who's that?
No, they been around for a while. He told me about. I'm like, man, I ain't know.
That's good. You know that.
I ain't worried about it. 'Cause I was explaining to him yesterday. I said, what if a client wanna work with me? You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Don't let them catch you doing it.
I can't pass your business card, you're on camera. Hey.
That's when you call me. I come to the property. I used to do that, man. That's what I know. Me, I come up to the
But I wanna start off with something, 'cause I ain't never been inside the industry like that.
Oh, yeah. That's a good way.
You're a broker too?
Okay.
That's the side you wanna be on? Broker side?
Yep. That's what I wanna be. The broker, make sure I be a broker, but people work for me. People work for me, I train them. You know, Keller Williams, I work for Keller Williams. So,
Work for California?
Multi-residential.
they got good training. A lot of people start off with them and they leave. And then they,
Training.
that training is very important. They have good training.
Yeah.
Besides that, the system is not all that.
But they're mostly residential brokers,
No, they do commercial too.
They do commercial?
They combine the whole thing. They do property management, commercial, residential.
I don't know how we.
They got different programs inside firm. I ain't heard of yours. I'm like, is that highlight really?
Oh, it's big. It's big in Palm Beach.
Oh,
It's a guy who, it's a one-man shop, man. He has, going crazy with it.
go crazy.
Yeah, man. I think everybody who speaks
I'm on
Spanish in
credit,
South
too.
America works there. And he's real liberal, man, you know? He ain't all in your pocket, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Just pay a fee, you know?
Like what?
Transaction fee.
That's it.
But, no training. You out there like a nomad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, damn.
That's what makes it harder, yeah.
Yeah.
But he don't.
Because I know my daddy friend, that's what he only work for him. Because he only charge the same thing you charge.
Yeah, the transaction fee.
That's it. No marketing.
He had like 4 or 5 offices.
They don't get marketing too there? Like
Mhm.
website? You gotta do your own one. That's what I like about it.
And when you're a newbie, man, you need that because it's totally different from the classwork. You know, you're out there like, it's
That's
worse
right.
than check to check.
That's what I like about Keller Williams because they give you everything. Website,
See,
the contact that you could add somebody in a database. Well, you could do that with the National Real Estate Association. You can MLS. Usually got like 6, 8 MLS. You can Google, but the best one I think is mixture.
Mine? For its boards, I've been a part of Miami. And
No. If you go to the Business Association website, you click on MNS. They got like 3 resources. I don't use Fusion on right, because every MLS don't tell you the expired listings.
Right.
I like Victor.
Oh,
They
man.
tell you the expired listings. I
I
call
can
them
tell you a
saying
story
that.
about that. I took some people to one, like, oh, they didn't update it, like, it was different in Palm Beach versus Fort Lauderdale. This is Fort Lauderdale. I would think it was available and active, but bingo.
I didn't know what Premier agent was on Zillow. Because they did some new construction in the route. I'm trying to sell them. Going the route. I know Miami about to turn around man, real quick. Man.
Last summer?
They bought 2 houses there. But the Miami Design District manager,
Good,
CEO, they bought them out. He bought this big church. 5 million. Something for the years.
People say that when we're talking about Gloria.
We're gonna talk about that today.
I was looking to go with you, man.
Why you didn't say nothing? Because I had to come back to get my keys, the keys in my car.
No.
Today, I don't have my parking pass, so I just paid for it downstairs. Since the car was right there, I was like, I said I could share it, man. I got some chicken bites in here if you want. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce over there,
Oh, yeah.
churches.
Y'all doing shit, man?
I'm just, Rob, no, I just, man.
Went to the black side of town.
I try to bring the black out of him, you know, he try to flip flop.
On blue, huh?
He try to flip flop back and forth.
You have to, man.
You know what I did to
I was
Have to.
blessed. I was
That's
blessed
the
with
last thing
opportunity.
Brian Gamble said.
Every time
I
I
have
see somebody
to.
from New York, man, I call them hustlers, man.
They acting like sharks, huh?
We do what we gotta do, man. Hey, he's from
That's
New
why-
York too. Don't
I'm
let
from
him.
New York, man.
Don't let him fool you.
That's why.
That's exactly. He's a hustler.
I
He
am
makes
a
you think
hustler.
he's not.
But you know what, man? I find out you guys have the most biggest problem when y'all come to the South. Y'all don't know. People don't like the brashness. And it rubs them the wrong way. I got a buddy who's from,
Yeah, they be shaking their head.
I got a buddy from
They're like,
Long
"Oh,
Island,
come
man.
on."
He's so brash. I'm like, hey, man, you gotta use honey, man. I don't like you, man. I ain't gotta use honey. What do you do, man?
I do get that sometimes that I
They'll
just
shut
start
down on
saying.
you.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
okay.
I've learned people are not always comfortable with you
Yeah.
just saying what you feel like saying. You know?
I like it, man. I think, man,
I think
I
that's
trust
the best
somebody
way
to
to
say
handle it.
what's on their mind versus somebody who don't.
Yeah.
Trust them more, you know?
Somebody will be honest with you, whether it's good or bad.
And I'll get back to the colleagues tonight when I'm done with my class. Alright.
Creamy buffalo sauce is pretty good.
Okay, perfect.
Everybody moved from New York to
Bye
here.
tomorrow.
I'm like, every manager,
Alright, you're welcome.
I know, New York.
Brash.
Because in your business, everybody knows.
And he's from Trinidad,
Sell
too.
to the open.
You gonna give it to me, man. I know I'm gonna get it.
We'll get a real.
Miami,
That's
you
how I
got
make
lazy
this
people, man. They so freaking lazy. That's why I hate
Hey, man.
I hate my hometown. Like,
That's the
I need
only
to go
thing.
somewhere else.
That was the first thing I noticed when I got out here.
Exactly.
Everything is such a slower
People
pace.
ask me like, what was it
Yeah,
like?
everything.
It's like living in the Caribbean.
Trinidad to New York. And,
What is?
It was rough.
Everything's at a slow pace.
Cause I didn't
Because
move to
everybody's
the
in
nice part.
vacation mode out there.
Or
Tough
Jason.
parts in New York.
Paradise mode, let me put it that way.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
one's a little
And it
different.
was like,
Uh,
go and like going from a place where
There's a lot of vacation mode.
so
There's a
many
lot of
people,
really
you know,
intense stuff.
a small place, and
Yeah.
to come in a place where I don't know anyone. I gotta like.
You know
Rough
any
again.
Brevners?
Hmm?
You know any Brevners? Last name Brevner? Yeah, that's his, Bailey. His dad's name Bailey. I'm trying to.
Son, wake
He
up.
talks about it
3
all the
o'clock in the
time.
morning.
Oh, that's so bad.
I'm on the corner.
I don't like going back home.
This
Getting
cat
that
is like
money.
the best person.
That's why I like rocking.
He's like a mentor of
I
mine.
don't like my people too
He
much.
seasons his
Yeah.
food
I
so
changed
well.
my
everything.
my
He's
surroundings.
spoken a lot of different flavors, man.
I've heard a lot about
You
great
make
people
good
that's nice.
Good
out
cook.
there, you know? Like, yeah.
And I think his
somebody
dad's
from
like,
New York
his
do
granddad's
something that you don't like.
Chinese too.
But they ain't gonna be
He's really
good. All kinds of
People out here, they don't know
shit.
who Puerto people because they act
Like, dude, I didn't even know that's how you cook
They
egg
got,
roll.
no, this what I
But
stand
shouldn't
for.
that have like a lot of
And that's
different
it.
cultures?
Yeah.
Fuck you, that's
That's
it.
blended in, and then they
I'm
have
better
like
than
their own flavor now.
You know what I'm saying? You
So
can't
like,
hustle better
there's
than
some
me.
Chinese Trinidad.
That's how they
Yeah.
get
But then they put like the Trinidad flavor on top of that.
Yeah.
So it's like so it change.
I'm like, oh,
And same thing with like
I'm
Indian
start
food.
shaking
We
my
have
head.
our own
I'm so
version.
comfortable.
Indian food.
I just been right in the eye,
Different
man.
from like Eastern, but it's
Yeah, what up?
but it's
What up,
really
what up, what up?
Oh yeah.
What up, what up, what up?
Look, man. I drunk and made some collard greens one time, man. I ain't never had
It's
that.
good.
Sweet and hot.
I've been eating the food around here so much, man. This is
Callaway and all that.
Oh, what do I?
Man, hey, when I got here, man, I started eating all kind of stuff.
I know, man.
It's like I went in the store in Publix, North Miami. No kidding. I was in line.
Hey, I don't know if we on standby mode, man.
I don't care. This lady in front of me was buying plantains, what I know to be plantains now. But I was like, why she buying them rotten bananas?
You know what they were?
I know,
It
man.
was
Jacksonville, man. You know brown bananas.
They got brown bananas up there,
You
man.
don't eat brown bananas, man.
No, you don't eat them.
Thank you. I'm telling you.
Well, a lot of people.
But it wasn't a banana. It was the old, it was a plantain, man.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
Was
she
it
was
Jamaican
like, you
one?
must be a Yankee. Yo, she blasted me in the store and all. I was like, I'm not a Yankee. Yankees are New Yorkers, man. I was so lost, man. I was lost.
That's what Caribbeans call us Americans.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I'm like,
A Yankee Doodle?
if you from a Caribbean or you from
Yeah.
Caribbean and States, they call you pork cake.
Oh, what?
Pork cake.
Pork cake?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I've learned so much. Now, where to go?
But the island's going good, man.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
what
the Bahamas, oh man.
you talking about, man? Jerk chicken, curry.
Mom.
Now I know how to cook.
My grandma from the Bahamas, so I got pain in my blood, so.
Oh yeah, you know about that.
Conch conch salad,
I don't eat conch, but yeah.
macaroni and cheese, they make it as a different way, they don't make it a American way, it's different.
I had a conch fritter for the first time the other day. It was
Did
pretty
you?
good.
How you like it?
It was alright. My thing is,
Robbery, right?
I don't mess with conch because number one, it sounds like a disease.
No.
I can't eat something that sounds like
It's
a
a
disease.
shell, man.
I don't want a conch. I ain't trying to catch conch. You know?
It's robbery.
But yeah, it's kind of. I knew I don't like shellfish, like because I can't do that stuff. But it wasn't bad. You know what I mean?
Alright.
I don't think I would start eating it on my
So
own.
was it made like a salmon croquette? Like?
I don't even know what that
Brown?
is.
Oh, you don't know what a salmon croquette?
It was like an orange thing she put in the fryer. It was like making pancake mix.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looked like pancake mix. She threw it in the fryer.
It's a batter, called batter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pancake mix.
It looked
That's what
like
I.
But it come out.
And it's fried.
Man.
It was bald or it was flat like
No,
that?
she did a flat joint.
Oh.
I had it in the salad before too. Somebody was like, you just say had it the right way. I had a salad.
Nah,
You can't do
they got stew, conch, man.
that. See,
Yeah, the conch salad, though. Conch salad. I don't like conch too much. I like conch salad.
when it's cold,
Yeah.
yeah, see, I
Conch salad,
can't
man.
Yeah, man, that stuff's delicious.
Yeah, see, he even know.
He's in the islands
It's
though.
really popular.
Yeah. Conch salad better than the conch salad, so.
Yeah, I had to pass.
We go out and grab them, dude. We go out and grab them. It's so many conch everywhere.
Yeah.
Lobster, like
They call
lobster
it
season.
the honey conch.
Lobsters.
They call it honey conch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know that.
Someone leave me with.
What do they call
Horny conch. It makes you horny.
Oh, come.
Oh, yeah, it makes you horny.
it? I thought you were talking about the shell.
No, man. No, when you eat it, that's why
It's an
people eat it.
aphrodisiac.
Yeah, that's why they're from the island, because that's what, man, island, they get down, man.
Say oysters are like that, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to be aphrodisiac.
You don't eat oysters? Oh man.
Ours is good with the little sauce.
With some hot sauce on
Yeah.
the joker, man. Boom, it's knocked down, boy.
I had a couple times. It's so soft.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing bad.
Yeah, I hear you. It's acquired.
I'm like, what's that moving in my mouth? What's that moving in my mouth?
I don't like when they try to fry them and bread them. Oysters, that's just how it is.
Johnny cake, boy.
It's a Johnny. Johnny?
Johnny cake.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about y'all, my trip is a little high. It was $250,000, man. I'm almost.
Where you going?
What am I doing?
Oh. I just put the sub.
It's 3 cities. I got 3 cities.
I know.
DC.
He over here with all these damn errors.
Well,
He got a whole bunch of errors all over his page.
Wisconsin, but it's louder when I move.
He all errors. He in the
Yeah,
red.
we tried, but
Yeah, I'm negative. You can't go. You cannot go.
sound off on here.
You got over reallocations.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I'm English speaking.
Whoa.
That's how you watch it.
Yeah, sure am.
The little red guys you can fix. The little red guys you can fix if you go to the resource tab. And there should be a level all to your right.
Yeah, that's something we're talking about.
Level all to
Where's all?
the left of it.
Oh, man. You got to start over.
Skip all. Oh, it says
Overall.
his is so bad. It says the reallocation error cannot be resolved.
Hit X. Start over.
The ones that it says that for, you can usually push out.
I gotta get this together, man. I put 25 days. That's
You also have manual entries for your dates and stuff. All up where you see the little green pin, the drop pin,
Yeah.
the tax mode. Not down. I'll show you this right here. That means they got manual entries. So if
How you
change
doing
that,
over there? Getting it good?
all those
Oh,
stuff.
I got it.
You use it before?
But some of them, if you go in and
Oh,
actually
that's what I
adjust
said.
it, yeah.
Oh.
So if you fix that, you should be alright. And then you should be able to level all, and it'll fix it.
Okay.
So different, right? Yeah.
Nah, you did that.
No,
That happened to mine
I'm
too.
not blessed to have a Mac. So I'm pretty good with
Yeah,
that.
I'm pretty sure.
My
you did.
problem is I was still on Windows 97. Everybody else moved to a different one.
97?
97.
Those are dial-up days,
You're
man.
graduated, man. No, it's not, man.
It's dial-up days, man.
Yeah,
That's when
those were
you hit that button. It was still.
No, it's not, guys. 93
You got that 28.8 or that 56K?
God, I never thought I'd be the old man in class. That's funny, man. I used to do the same thing, the people. No, man.
AOL.
AOL, yeah. That's how I started.
You've got mail.
Yeah. AOL used to come in the mail. In the disc.
I used to hate that because they send them all the time. They give you like free, what, a
30
month
minutes,
maybe? Oh, yeah, maybe 30 minutes, something like that. And then they want to.
Alright, I'm gonna start in a few minutes even if you want to.
Right.
You can watch the video.
Oh, it's good, man. You remember dial-up. You be all in, knock you off. Oh, trying to
Nah,
get
the thing about me,
busy.
I couldn't do it because I used to get on the computer at night, and the way that dial-up was so loud, I couldn't do it because it would wake everybody up.
Yeah. I used to be on there at night.
But nobody could be on the phone while you was on there. Because we only have one line.
I know about it. My mom worked at AOL. Years.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah, we had a computer for everybody in the hood had one. The chat line at 13. I should have been on there.
AIM was what it is back then.
Yeah, man, that was big.
That's when Black Planet was in.
Chat rooms were so new, man. It was just so. the mom, she's scared. She's like, hey,
So every time you get a tattoo, I mean, my frat brother, he got Harvard.
I'm about to get it redone actually. You ever seen the cracked stone? Like tattooed cracked stone? When I finish, I'll show you pictures. I'm gonna have her.
That's always good for the most experienced.
It's gonna look like this is imprinted in the arm.
Or you had a background.
Exactly.
Like it'll look. It's gonna be technically 3D. Where
You won't actually see it.
you ever seen like think about a puzzle piece big.
The reason I asked you is
How that
because
tattoo would look.
Oh,
It'll look like that, but with cracked stone. It'll look. I'll show you some pictures of like.
I got a vision.
I'm gonna get something like that. That's outdated.
My frat brother, he got Harvard. I ain't tattoo you get.
This is this first one.
My first tattoo said God. No, that news.
God, please. God, please.
Did anybody upload their stuff to Dropbox?
You want us to upload it? Just so.
Yeah, would you? You guys send your, they just email it to that address and it goes to Dropbox?
No, that's the username and the password, so.
Or for the plane,
Yeah,
the trip.
did anyone save the trip?
I didn't say
Which one?
I'll
The
do it.
one we did before this?
Yeah.
I saved mine. Yeah,
I saved it.
I saved it. I still have it.
Maybe we'll look at one, we can look at one or two of them.
What letter is that? MSR.
Are you gonna grade it?
MSRED.
G
So you can forward it.
and
Great.
U.
Oh, shoot.
I put like I was gonna do paraphernalia in there. I'm just like.
said that a couple of yeah, I did. I got it.
Will you guys put it in the Dropbox? Just take a look at a few of them. If you don't want to share it, you don't have a choice, but. Okay.
Oh, no, I messed up.
MSRED is here. Alright guys, so we're gonna just look through a few of our trips. We looked through mine, just one or two others. I just want to show a few skills we didn't cover this morning, and it seemed like a few of them had errors that would be helpful to look at.
I think there's too many people on, I can't get on, so.
Oh really? I'll log out. Okay, one trivia failed. Alright, do we have at least one in there? Everyone's going to Vegas. Should go together. Okay, so this is a good example. Some of the inputs were put in obviously by using the graph feature on the right rather than by day, so they have a question mark by them just so they want you to confirm how many days you're in each place. One of the conflicts that was a common conflict that we all had is a leveling issue. Leveling has to do with when you have more than one task assigned for a particular resource at a particular time. So obviously, one resource can be doing two things at a time. So the way that you resolve that is you go into this resource tab and you click level all. What that goes is what it does, it goes from left and right across the NAT chart and identifies what your conflicts are and basically resolves them by reallocating the resources at specific periods of time. So that's a pretty common issue. Do we have one or more? Two up here. Well, let's take a look at this. So it looks like most of these are happening in succession here. Except this right here has an extra day finish to start. So basically, between the Statue of Liberty and Ground Zero, they're going to have a day where they're hanging out, spending time in New York. They've linked the summary tasks to each other, which is good, just basically showing that these are concurrent events that happen one after the other. A final summary of traveling home, the first summary of the entire project. The only really criticism I would have for this is a good thing to have as a summary up here of the whole project. So I would call this, let's say, entire project. And what that does over here to the right is basically it's just encompassing all of the events that happened in one big project right there. Let's see what else we have. Okay, another example. I'm going to do this. They have the timeline at the top, which is really nice, like we've looked at before. He is allocated a number of resources: himself, Ryan, Shay, Rhea, family, friends, a tour guide, costs of materials, planes, hotels, car. There we got Obama in here too. He's not getting paid.
Obama gets no money.
So, hopefully basketball. I think there's basketball in here somewhere. Oh, there we are, basketball. Okay, so this is a vacation. Scheduled to run concurrently. The only thing that I see here is looks like a delayed start to finish, or let's see what we have here.
Waited a couple of days.
Yeah, you wait a couple. Spend some extra time in DC, basically. We have the timeline at the top, allocated. This is nice here because you can see the whole vacation time. We're looking at the time spent in each city, what happens in each selected time period. Mark, let's see where Mark's going. Mark's got some research in here. He's going to book his flights. New York, London, Egypt.
Hey.
That's a trip, man.
Hey, Mark is following me.
Over 6 days. That's
minus London.
Oh, plane trip is 6 days. Okay, 4.5 in New York, 4.6 in London, a few days in Egypt, and about 2 days to fly home. Cool, he's allocated a bunch of different materials and different type of work. One thing that we talked about earlier that I guess we didn't really go through much is that you can also sort all these. So sort them by resource type or like material and work. I know we were all concerned earlier that we weren't quite in the same order. Any others here? Anyone else brave? No. Okay, so this first part of the afternoon, I'm going to go through and we're going to set up a timeline as I see the development process kind of rolling along, or the way that this would apply to the whole development process. We've looked at the operation of the basic operation of the program throughout the day. We talked about the ways that different things it can be used for. We're going to get around to looking at a specific construction project, but I want to look at just the macro of how you could potentially use this from beginning to end of the entire development cycle. So let's go ahead and I'll make a blank project. And this one's going to be important. The timing doesn't, you're going to go in and change the timing, but we need to all have the general framework for this because it's something you can use. There's other parts that I would suggest adding in. I'm not going to put everything in, but we'll try to get a general layout. I have a general idea about what I'm going to put in here. So let's get a new project, a blank project. As we always do, let's go into options. Schedule, auto schedule. And we want to make sure we're all on the same page on this one, so let me know if anyone's having any issues. Project information. We're just going to use the same start date we've been using. It's the first of next quarter. It's April 1st. Is everyone here? Anyone not here? This would be the question. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to put in, from the very beginning of the project, how I see kind of the phases unrolling. If you have something to add, this isn't a total, there's not everything that you would need in here. It's just basic, where we're not just having a million different steps and going through a bunch of different things. This first task, I'm gonna add a summary, like we do, where call it overall project. Let's add one more summary right under it. And you call whatever, inception, start. So what would we say, what is the first thing that you would start doing when you're looking at doing a project? What do you do before that?
Plan.
Okay.
Outline.
Outline? Yeah, that would be a good one.
Planning process.
So I'm thinking a little more macro than that. So I'm going to say that this one is due diligence. So we just gather information. We're gonna go back through and allocate times after we go through the list. So in this particular instance, I'm going to just say that we have a use and we're looking for a site. So use and search for site approach. So after our due diligence phase, we're going to have a planning task. After that, I'm going to say design. next one, site purchase. I'm sorry, site selection. And site purchase.
Would you have the site selected before you do your due diligence?
Yeah, you could, but in this circumstance, I was saying that we have a specific use that we're looking for a site, so we're working kind of the other way where we're
Well, even so.
gathering data. Yeah, maybe.
What would happen? You probably break down site selection even further.
Yeah.
And start adding that extra stuff that you do within that.
Yeah, so maybe this would all be within site selection.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm gonna call this. Let's create a summary now. And like I said before, this is really just a general to get you going on something. So I'm gonna call this next one Project Start. And I should move it over, but it doesn't want me to. I'm going to say that here we're going to have one that's permitting, site prep, pre-construction. I'm going to add another summary. I'm going to call it construction.
What would be considered site prep?
Demolition.
Well, that's part of like construction. Site work.
Yeah, removing trees, leveling, maybe some.
There's soils.
That's not considered construction.
Making sure there's no endangered species on there.
That's pre-construction.
Construction's typically broken down into a few categories. I'm sure Dustin could fill us in more, but I'm going to say foundations, they would say.
Substructure. Necessary.
We could do sub or super first, or if you break that down. These can all be broken down further. We'll do that a bit after this too, so just keeping this relatively simple. I'm going to say foundation, superstructure, roof, internals, externals. Close out. Tier list clicking. Let's add one last summary. I'm going to just call it sale. Marketing, sale, call it conveyance or closing or and at the end, let's add a milestone. And just call it project completion.
Get paid.
Hold down a second.
Was yours in bold?
Could you consider like project start construction itself as milestones instead
What?
of summaries?
Yeah, you can. They'll add separately though. A milestone doesn't have like subsections to itself.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
What they need to accomplish.
Okay.
Select all of them from down, everything under it.
Alright, I know it's just a list, but how are we doing?
Resource, the resource tab. No, you didn't write that. And then what, right here? Got it? Alright, now I can leave. Alright, what's this look like they all look? So, which one's
How was lunch, boy?
you need any of that?
No way. So,
No way.
Right, so they usually release everything up there.
Alright, is everyone good?
No, just right click number 12.
Alright, I'm just gonna go through and, like we've done before, just assign periods for these. Why don't we just all do the same so they look similar?
Due diligence is first, right?
And Dustin probably tell me that some of my periods are wrong, especially in the construction, but here we go. Okay, so inception, I'm gonna say due diligence is 20 days. Planning is 10. Design is going to be 20. Going to have 40 days of site selection. 20 days of site purchase. Permitting, I'm going to have, I had some recalculations, I guess, in the one that I'm looking at. Permitting, I'm going to have 18. Site prep is going to be 7. Pre-construction, I'm going to say 15. Let's say 20 days of foundations. $30 of superstructure. The roof is going to take 20. Internals are going to be 60. Externals we're going to say 70. Closeout will be 15. And then just at the end, close it out, we're going to have 30 days of marketing, a sale within 30 days, and 5 days of conveyance. Okay, we're all on the same page. I know that's just silly entering stuff, but now we'll get into separating it out. Okay, let's highlight all this and let's link it.
The conveyance is what, you said 9 days?
The 5 for conveyance?
Can you wait 1 second?
Yeah, of
Go back
course.
down to the bottom.
Yep.
Something for the marketing.
Before we start shifting everything, let me know.
I have a little problem.
Yeah.
Why is this, not like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to move it if that left to right area. You can move it over to the right a little bit. There you go.
How come it doesn't have like that?
You need to move sail back.
Did you like it?
You good?
What happened?
Oh,
I'm sure you got it.
Need
I
one
said
left to right
wait.
slider again.
You and Sarah Friday. It'll like that, starts to grab the right one.
Is there a particular reason why?
Yeah, we haven't.
Cake.
It's not the same start as the
Yeah, but it should just be for the middle. That start should be, the start should be the same for all. Should be able to copy and paste.
That's all right.
I know,
It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, you would. We're just gonna
Oh, I.
Did you just do that after that? Here?
Go to the very top. We have 410 days right there.
Yeah.
They call them.
Pretty quick turnaround. It's pretty quick. Takes us about 1.5 years.
410. Do you know you're going to you?
I don't know how that was done.
Yeah.
Remember, you put
That's why I hate Windows 8. Oh! Go back.
see the ones that are
It worked.
you into because when you're going down the line, you actually need to go in.
Whoa.
Oh, you got it.
My numbers are.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and put it, just highlight. We're gonna highlight them all. Anyways, so.
Yeah, it'll do
Still, I
days.
can't use it.
Yeah, 30, it'll do the days for you.
Suddenly just going out and going,
Okay, so this is construction.
No, you still running on the same one. Yeah, delete, hit enter.
Task under it.
So why is it
Now just
not
put, roof is
seeing
what,
like
20,
this
just hit
one?
20.
Click on reconstruction and add a summary.
See?
See this?
60, 70,
Call this construction.
15, and then go down to market. And
You need to
don't put that one
slider, you
in.
need to move it
It'll
over.
calculate on its own. Go to the
Do
next
that.
one.
And then try moving it to the left and
No.
the one that.
Type 30.
Yeah, I did that before.
Yeah, 30 again. 5. Yeah, it's 5. You see how the sale one did it on its own? You gotta add the milestone. You're missing the milestone.
This actual start, you should be able to copy that
Yeah,
itself. Copy that.
Project
and go
completion,
paste it
that's the
down so it will
milestone.
start.
I don't know why, but it's down.
Oh, that's because this is not spent. Somehow that's set to not auto calculate, so click auto schedule. So that should add up there.
Good question for you.
Yeah.
When project start, it says 70 days. I don't know what it is. Type it in. You wanna
No,
change it,
should
goes to
add.
manual.
Oh, okay. So you need to use the slider to slide that construction over to where it's under the project starter.
Gotcha.
Planning
One
is
to the
10.
right, actually. Oh, or the project start needs to
Design
come
is
to the left
20.
once.
Okay.
Kevin, I have a question.
Yes.
Site selection is
Why is
40.
mine 430 days? Mine late,
And
do I
site purchase
just
is
skip
20.
this one? No?
So it's the same thing. Let me just show you guys that. So a few of us are having the same problem where what's happened is this has been moved over, and so it doesn't know what's under what. So, like if this is one section to the right, it's going to add up what the ones are above it. So you need to have all of these in line. So the overall project needs to be the first. and then start as the second. Does that make sense?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just link these because everyone has them linked already.
Okay, you got 4:30 days, I have 4:10. Plug in
I have
something.
4:30. I have 4:30.
Damn, I mean, I'm
Oh,
so
goodness.
I have 4:30, 1:10. That's your problem. Due diligence is funny.
So I must have.
Constructions off by one.
You spotted that quick?
That was the easiest.
Oh, 260 days.
No, like that. But the guy got started.
We're at 60 days.
Kevin.
Okay, also if you're adding that wrong, you need to go back through and click the auto schedule.
Okay, what do we do here? Just a link here?
Highlight them all.
Okay.
And just hit that link. Yeah, it should be good of you. You can see the entire project.
Cool.
Yeah. I think everyone's looking good. I'm gonna try to link those. Yeah.
Oh, like that, so you.
Like, how'd you get here on it? Or you linked it?
It's just, everything is not linked to the overall project.
It should. I mean, it should have that already, actually.
What did you do to get it to
If
4:30?
you just add a cell, you got it.
Go, click it, and then,
Because this says 280 days.
click where you want to put it, and then it would pass. And if it's the wrong way, then go one below and then click extra. And just click undo. I've been a trial and error. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, you know, I just, like you said, it goes above it, right?
Yeah, and then I didn't realize that either, so.
Yeah, like,
just
like an
undo.
example.
Oh, undo.
Undo is magical.
Oh, we do.
It's saved me this whole process whenever anything goes awry.
Okay, so everyone click on view and then click entire project. Yeah, let's just make sure we have something that looks somewhat similar.
Oh, that's weird. I think that, did you link them? I feel like it's like a project. It's set up exactly, you know what I mean? It seems like it's probably.
You're right now.
Alright, does everyone have something that looks similar to this?
But if you don't have them, we'll
I'm
add.
having trouble getting this to move over. The days calculate right. Like how do I bring this so it's all in
And
line?
it's looking exactly the same, it's just missing a
You
line.
need to move this project start over to the left.
This one?
Yeah, yeah,
This right here. You gotta hover
Okay.
over it, and then over one time. Well, no, you have to hover, you have to cover the mouse over it, there you go.
Okay.
Hold it down, and you go left just a little bit.
Got it.
You almost have it there.
Okay, okay.
That's
Right
one-
here?
One to the right. No, a little too far. Sorry.
Everything's the same, but I don't see the lines.
Did they all get, you linked them all together?
Why does it not add number?
They weren't linked, but.
Let's try task. Try unlinking them, the one right to the right. Let's go to that. And then let's try linking them.
Oh.
Yeah, do the whole thing now.
I'm getting 280 days worth of construction. Except 250.
Because it's just it's counting these as sections, so when you go to the top, we'll be counting all of them. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, it's not good at aggregating subsections. Okay, so we have our days set out. There's a number of, obviously, ways that you can go through and different orders you can go through, but let's go ahead and go and set out our resources. So everyone click the resource sheet. These don't have to be exactly like the example I'm going to pass out, but I just figured it would be easier if they were. Just pass it. This is stuff.
It goes.
Alright, here we're going to pass around this email. Just send it back.
Oh, are they?
I don't want to staple them because it's easier.
You got hog all work?
I know, you're looking at it. Here, you want this? I'll give you this.
Make you feel good. All this, man. They're passing theirs around, man. Maybe that's what.
Anyone get one?
Oh, everybody has an individual.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? Does everyone have one?
Super legal.
Okay.
I wanted to check something real quick. This is what we got, and this is different.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, they're different.
okay, all right.
Okay, so let's not, okay, I was trying not to hand these out, so we just don't get confused. Everyone, the only thing you're looking at now is the resource sheet.
Okay.
So just go to the resource sheet. Looks like this. Got a list of all your different people. And I'm just going to start adding them in. So we're going to have some fun with this. The first one is MSRED graduate. And you got to eat, so $1,000 an hour.
Hey,
Yeah.
good.
Architect, structural engineer. I realize we might not all go this fast. MEP engineer, planner, two-man gang, meaning that two men that are working, allocate them all together. Four-man gang, machine operator. Electrician, tradesman, plumber, roofer, helper. Don't worry, you have plenty of time. We're not racing through this.
No spell check on this bad boy?
There is actually.
Yeah.
There is actually spell check on
I'm
this
just
bad.
curious, I don't wanna keep typing things,
I mean,
I'm spelling everything right.
It's Word, so there better be some Microsoft, there better be some spell check.
I haven't made a mistake yet.
I know, right? My spelling is improved.
That's not part of the class. I know it's just data entry, guys, but. Okay, so that needs your, you can input them in there, but these your videos get closed out. Click on this, the, one that's just like this. And that's the backup. There you go. Just a little easier to put it in there. I mean, you can put it in the other way, but. There's multiple ways to input all the different stuff.
Does it automatically do the overtime if I come out and go back in? I did this by myself, but like, if I would just do this, would it automatically calculate the overtime?
That's a good question. I would assume that it would. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, it kind of just did. Well, it did, I don't know, whatever.
Okay, guys, so we're looking at.
Right.
Sorry, next time I teach the course, I'll just send out an Excel spreadsheet. Just
There you go.
paste them in there.
That would be good.
Learning. Okay, so the next task is to assign the resources to the specific tasks. So if you look at your gang chart, I'm sorry, your gang chart, your NAT chart, this one. I set it up so it displays the resources that you're using on the right-hand side. Does everyone see that? So right now we're not going to do anything fancy. We're just going to go through and, like we've done before, you double click on due diligence and it shows resources. Or alternatively, you move this to the right, you go to the resource and you check the one that you want. There's two ways of doing that. This is just lets you select them for their general rate. You can define things further in that task information section. So this first one I have MSRED graduate. The second one, a planner, architect, MSRED graduate. And so on. Mm-hmm.
That way they
Yeah.
can view it.
I have a file on this. Yeah, definitely. I'll put it all up there. You'll notice that you guys have a lot of work to do on this project. Just assign the MSRED graduate to a lot of tasks. Okay, so I promise this is the last like data entry type. You need to link them all. So when you go through and select all of them. Yeah, probably have to do it from this. It works sometimes. It works. It's gonna find its own. Yeah, there you go. That'll work. to use your hand.
I have a sinus thing going on right now.
Oh.
My body feels great. It feels fine. I'm just like,
Yeah, you need to set up the
Oh,
summaries. So
terrible.
like,
So,
yeah, the overall project needs to be a specific summary, and the next week is a summary.
like allergies.
Oh. Feel a lot faster.
I was given the option
I should have
and I
included
said
that
no.
note.
Sneaky mouse.
See the note next to the emails. Very good. Are we all displaying who's working on them out to the right? Cool. Nice.
The only thing that looks not, oh, it's because you have it smaller, right?
Yeah.